It just comes from the work that you put in, honestly. Cause I used to be days and nights just going in the gym. Days where like I didn't want to go in the gym, body sore, still going in. So I know the work that I put in is gonna pay off. So I feel like that's what really gives you confidence. Like you did like 30 reps on this hezzy pull-ups. You know you did 30 reps on getting to the rim doing this Euro. So it's like bread and butter. Okay, he comes a little contact. I've been doing this. Right. So it's gotta be easy.
Canada has been known to produce some of the more so entertaining and premier basketball players in today's NBA. But when it comes to this 6'7" forward, ever since middle school, he was projected by many people to be one of the best hoopers to ever come out of Canada. This is a player who's always had that alpha mentality and the skill set that's truly allowed him to stand out, which has really made him overcome a lot of adversity. This is the Elijah Fisher story. Elijah Fisher was born on January 3rd, 2004 in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, which is the largest municipality in Durham and is the eastern anchor of the Greater Toronto. Now, well before he even became anything close to being considered one of the continent's most dominant prospects, it was at a young age to when his parents really started to notice on how he held himself accountable when it came to him reaching his goals. Elijah would send himself a text message every single morning that read, "You suck," just to motivate himself to be better. And no matter how much recognition he received on the court, he just always had a crazy drive and certain type of work ethic that undoubtedly separated himself from all the other kids around the area when it came to well-developed basketball skills. Now, at just the age of 12 years old, in just the 7th grade, he had developed into a straight problem on the basketball court, which allowed him to compete in the under-18 high school team at Crestwood Preparatory College in Toronto. Fisher became the first middle school student to play for Crestwood's prep varsity team. By the time he was 13 years old, he had already grew to be 6'5". And just like that, headlines would start to come out around Elijah being the world's best middle school basketball player. And he really embraced that title everywhere he played at. And it was clear that he was the next big thing to come out of Canada. But of course, what came with that was a lot of doubters criticizing the competition that he played up against. But he always had that competitive mindset to embrace it all. And once he came to the States, many times, he solidified himself as the best overall ranked prospect in his class of 2023. Especially like when he faced off against Mikey Williams as an 8th grader. Although Mikey was one of the most entertaining prospects in the country, Fisher really caught a lot of people's attention due to his size and his crazy physical tools. The fact that he had that very competitive trait in his game, as well as the very athletic, ferocious type dunks, that easily made him that much more intimidating towards all the other middle school kids. He was an athletic swingman that thrived when it came to accelerating towards the basket, and he was highly unstoppable when scoring on the break, as well as on the move. As a freshman, while attending Crestwood Prep, he continued to improve himself and proved why he deserved the #1 spot. His presence allowed his squad to reach the Final 8 as he led his squad to their first OSBA campaign. That season, he was able to maintain averages of 24 points and was already 6'6" by the end of his freshman campaign. Over the next couple of years, he really became a man amongst boys with his ability to get to the rim, no matter if it was with his right or his left, but was also somebody who carried that mentality that you just can't teach. And that's the belief that on every single given game, from all his moves and shot selections, you could just tell that he already thought that he was well ahead of everybody else. No matter who was guarding him, he was going to continue to get to his spots whenever he wanted to. And no matter what type of defense you threw at him, you weren't going to stop him. Defensively, during his high school campaign, Elijah was very capable of doing a variety of different things due to his length and his God-given athleticism, which made him very interchangeable. and could easily guard positions 1 through 4. Fisher also participated in the 2021 FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup in Latvia and helped the squad to a bronze medal. Coming into his junior season, he was already 6'7", 190 pounds, with a 6'10" wingspan. That year, he averaged 28 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals per game. Now, towards the end of the season, Elijah simply went off and put together one of, if not the best Canadian high school basketball performance of all time. And this is when he dropped an outstanding 75 points versus Burlington's New Horizon Academy. He went 24 of 40 from the field, 8 of 15 from 3, 19 of 26 from the foul line while playing the entire 40 minutes. By this point in time, Fisher was a consensus 5-star recruit in the class of 2023 and was even ranked as the number 15 player nationally by rivals and was on track to have a stellar senior season up until he made the decision to reclassify up into the 2022 class, allowing him to finish high school early. At this point in time, he had racked up a plethora of offers from schools like USC, Texas A&M, Oregon, Texas Tech, Florida, but also could have signed to play for the G League Ignite. But he made the ultimate decision to sign a letter of intent to play college basketball at Texas Tech. Now, due to a loaded freshman class, Fisher really didn't receive the type of minutes he was expecting. He appeared in 28 games with just 1 start. His career high of the season was when he scored 8 points against TCU. He ended the 2022-23 season shooting 45% from the field and only averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds a contest. And just like a lot of freshmen, it was a bit of a learning curve for him, and because of that, throughout the season his minutes were reduced. And when he was getting more action on the court, it was because of his defensive capabilities. And so after entering the transfer portal on May 5th, 2023, Fisher announced his transfer to DePaul. From all the criticism around the competition he went up against in middle and high school, to every single one of the struggles and lack of true opportunity that he has experienced over the last year, Elijah Fisher has never let it dictate what all he could possibly produce on the court. And because of that, he really does have it in him to be one of the next breakout players in all of college basketball. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Elijah Fisher story.